Back in action, you know what it is, man. But yeah, so we was just in the chapter 1. You know, we about to jump into chapter 2. Chapter 2 is what?
What is chapter 2, brother? Your book?
It's your book.
What is chapter 2? Damn. I forgot what it was, man. What is chapter 2? We got looking at
Extraterrestrial beings.
extraterrestrial beings. Okay.
What you meant by that?
These mystery beings, right? That people claim they see and shit. I'm just not with me per se. I'm just not with the fictional shit, man. I can't get into it. Like my time on Earth, dealing with reality and dealing with beings that exist on Earth. I've seen that. I've been dealing with it. In truth.
Early.
These people talking about extraterrestrial beings, man, coming here doing whatever they want to do and just departing, it's just not working for me.
Yo, no bullshit. I ain't gonna lie. I think with myself, I be wanting to be like one of them motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Like a motherfucker like
that's being described. The extraterrestrial beings that's described? Oh, being like who?
A motherfucker that could just say something and go. You know what I'm saying? Like the higher ups that can just say that shit. Yeah, I seen that shit last night. Yeah, well, you know, he had to say it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, we be under like an iron fist without realizing it. But it be like what you said, like, fuck all that. Like, if I don't see it or it ain't, I don't believe that shit neither. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I really don't get into the whole, like, actually, yo, it's people from other places that live in, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, we could get into it. But can you prove it though?
Most people
name a motherfucker on planet Earth that can prove this to me.
But
that's what I'm asking.
It was like a sighting in Massachusetts. I want to say like maybe like 73, maybe like 63. It was somewhere around there. It was somewhere from the 60s, the 70s. Like it wasn't in Boston. It was like a Massachusetts, but one of them other towns to where they said it's a big ass thing on it. No bullshit.
What, a UFO?
Yeah.
Unidentified flying object.
Yep.
Not an extraterrestrial being, such as so-called these aliens that walk with. They describe them as having legs like us, arms like us, faces and shit. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, you can. There's definitely a possibility to see unidentified flying objects. Of course, we have the technology. We have the minds to bring forth the technology.
No, but I'm saying if
you don't know what it is.
You got to know who's driving it. Somebody driving the motherfucker.
We got drones. That's just an elementary level. Drones.
Definitely.
You don't gotta fly them shit. You don't gotta drive them shits. We can make.
But I'm talking about UFOs. This is like, and it was way before drones was on the map. Like way before drones was even thought about being. So, with me, do I believe that we're the only universe? I don't believe that. I believe there's other universes. I believe there's other shit. Like I believe there could be a place with those people living somewhere to where our shit and their shit don't clash. I can believe it. I mean, because I definitely don't think we're the only world.
Well, remember, extraterrestrial beings are beings who are not of this earth. I didn't say that extraterrestrial beings don't exist outside of the earth. I'm talking about, when I go into this chapter, I'm talking about these beings supposedly living on this earth.
So you
have to have the certain elements, the physical anatomy, to deal with this climate, earth, oxygen, hydrogen, carbon, all that shit.
Like from you ain't in Macy's and one of them shits is in Macy's copping a polo tee. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't an extraterrestrial in Macy's. Like, if we get the white Jordan, it's small.
But as it's described, as they're more advanced than us. So what would be the reasons for them to hide from us? You know what I'm saying? I should be able to see a damn extraterrestrial being in Macy's. Put me on some.
I definitely think
some Lacoste instead of polo.
Right, but I definitely think it's like.
You feel me? Like they have from what's described by other individuals who claim.
There's so much shit that I do believe this, because I remember somewhere we was having this discussion, I can't remember, but I do believe like certain shit the government has to withhold from us. Like they can't tell us everything. Because certain shit niggas would trip the fuck out.
So what makes them so privy to the aliens?
Because they the government.
How the aliens know when they come through? Hold on, listen, they far more advanced.
No.
They don't need permission from them.
I don't think they need permission, but I think like when that shit
communicate with?
when that shit get on the radar, I definitely think like they kill that shit.
Oh, we on point with that.
You know what I'm saying? Like as soon as that shit get close enough to the earth,
something like a threat, don't know what it is. That's our natural instincts. I can see that happening.
No, I think
and
the government
is
know what it
yo,
is.
what the fuck?
They know. No, I think they know what it is. That shit's getting close, and if it get closer, drop that shit. But they like.
Just think, right?
It's like a bombing. They can't tell us tomorrow somebody put a thing in saying they're gonna bomb downtown Boston. The whole fucking Boston to go crazy. So a lot of shit it gotta be handled with care. It can't be to the public because you gotta think the public don't know how to take shit in. Like niggas don't know how to move with caution. Like niggas move crazy.
So we don't have the right to protect ourselves?
I mean, they already told us.
As well as the people who you think that.
You know what I'm saying? We already can't get no guns, so you know we can't protect ourselves.
I'm saying awareness is key. If we're aware, we'll know how to deal with something. It's the one before the two. So, I mean, you have to know.
But why would I make y'all
before
aware?
You react upon something?
But why would I make y'all aware if you would never see it? Y'all would never see it.
Why is it impossible for us to see?
Because we're gonna take. That's what I'm saying. Like. It's crazy as hell if you don't think like there's a higher up that like that's it. Like they the top of the board. Yo, nah, this shit can't move. Like I definitely believe that. Like and this is what I was saying about like we was talking earlier, money being everything. You know, a bitch asked me one time like, yo, your whole shit is about you being Richardson or whatever have you. I forgot what you were talking about. It was some shit about money. But you have to think when we got bombed in New York and the Twin Towers went down, a lot of them people, family that was in the White House, my nigga, what's homeboy's name that, what was he, the vice president?
During 2001 during
George Bush
administration.
The fat dude.
Damn, I can't even name who the vice president was.
I can't even think of his name.
George Bush had my attention so much, man. I ain't even pay attention to the vice president.
So whoever the dude was, right? Boom. It's gonna come to me. When that shit happened, they went somewhere like fucking like Spain or somewhere and got his daughter and brought her back to a bunker. That's what I tell niggas about importance. Like that shit means a lot. Like you think they give a fuck about us if they knew this shit was collapsed? No, it's only a couple families that's gonna be straight. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what I mean about certain shit we can't give to the public.
Peace.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I try to tell people that from like, you gotta think fucking Big Papi got shot in Dominican Republic. My nigga, this nigga took a Red Sox jet straight to Boston Medical. That's fucking, that shit's real. I don't know if nobody else paid that shit attention, but I paid that shit attention like a motherfucker. This motherfucker is very important.
That's real though.
A jet from Dominican Republic to Boston Medical over a gunshot wound is crazy. But that's what I mean about how the extent they would go for some people. You know what I'm saying? Like
the key word is real though. I mean, do you want to go about in life pondering on something that you have no proof of, like you have no control of it? It's no proof. Or do you rather know better in order to do better? Go about life knowing that this exists, like this is real. Like if you follow something that doesn't exist, then you're gonna be lost. If you follow something that doesn't exist,
most of us that's in life, nigga. Our whole fucking community. We
now,
gangs in
now I'm comparing that with these extraterrestrial beings. Hiding them from us? I mean, what we gonna do? They claim, listen, do you think that these extraterrestrial beings, as described, are way more advanced than us?
Maybe in certain areas.
Okay, peep this. Let's say, according to what's being broadcasted, right? According to what's being broadcasted, I'm going by the intel that I'm getting from the social media and other people saying shit, you know, on social media, whatever. Listen, individuals is far more advanced. They don't need permission. They won't even get shot down coming through here. They know what you got. They know what you're working with. They're aware. They've been studying you or us or the planet, whatever. But listen, they're far more, just think, they're far more advanced. If they're far more advanced mentally, they know how to deal with whatever.
But you have to think
way
that's
better
always,
than us.
No, because it's always counter intel, and every time the U.S. gets smart, like you have to think we have parts of like places like, so you say like how big a college is. That whole college do nothing but focus on UFO shit, extraterrestrial shit, that type of shit. And that's what I mean about, like, I don't think of if it's real or if it ain't. You know what I think of? I want to be in that circle. Give a fuck if it's real or if it ain't. I just want to be in that circle.
Do you know why they say they're more advanced than us?
Why?
Because we're the beings who can't go outside of this earth as extraterrestrial beings to another planet and land on it. We don't have the ability to do that. So they say that they're more advanced because they come from another planet or whatever and have the ability to get over here.
I'm gonna be real, I don't believe a lot of shit they say.
You said what?
I don't believe a lot of shit they say.
That's what I'm saying about extraterrestrial beings. Like, we gotta stop dealing with, see, it's not just about that. That chapter is about that for individuals to think on, ponder on certain things, like as far as dealing with reality. Stop going with folklore. We gotta stop, like, Harry Potter's not real. That movie with them characters and shit, they're pieces from insects, animals, and all this other shit. You might see a person that look like something crazy and you just put the characters together. You feel what I'm saying? No, but they're not really living. If you really look at a movie, you'll see the bits and the parts that the pieces of the creation, right?
Right.
That's creating the character. Like, oh, they took an ant's head, used a spider's body, and a horse's.
I believe they can.
You feel me? Like,
I believe
make
they can,
characters up.
I believe they can do that because I feel that.
You believe they who can do what?
I feel the government, they just said now it's about to be to where you can make your baby how you want your baby. Y'all want my baby to be 7 feet. I want this nigga to be. You're about to be able to just make. They already got it. Like that shit go from the making.
But what process does it take to get there?
You know what I'm saying?
It takes organic elements. To get there, you have to take the right DNA. You got to get the, you know what I mean? You got to get the certain elements to create that.
But if they can,
to make that
right, but
come forth.
If they can build this,
it can happen.
Right, but if they can build this, that's a lot of studying. So I feel like, you know, like I always say, with me, I just want to be in a circle with the motherfuckers that really know. Oh fuck, which way it go? But I just want to know. I want to be in that. Like I want if something happen. Nigga, they shoot off, nigga, and go get my son from the Bahamas, nigga, and bring him back in 15 minutes.
Cool, but
you know what I'm saying?
We can make things.
I want that type of service in my life. You know what I'm saying? So when I hear about all these elite groups that talk about these things, and I'll be like, damn, you know, I wonder what it take to get at that table. It's a lot of brilliance at that table. Regardless, yo, some of the most shit that went on is making us believe some shit was real that really was fucking up. That's everything. Santa Claus, Jesus, every fucking thing. Everything they gave it to us and said, this was this, and as you got old, you said, man, I'm motherfucking Santa Claus, nigga, that's my mother.
Just took it and ran with it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and this is what I'm saying about us always having weak minds. We know it ain't true. We know more than the average person. We bust our ass to go get it. We still make our kids think it's somebody else. Like it's that, no, it's actually me doing this shit.
Became content with it, bro.
I came down the fucking chimney and dropped that shit off. Where my cookies at?
How about this? You didn't even come through no damn chimney.
Like how the fuck Santa got cookies on the table and I don't?
But you see, moms putting the toys together and all other shit on the low, thinking she's. See, I've been through.
So it's like,
some people might not have seen that. See, I caught my mother one time.
This
like,
is some of the shit that I go through with my BM. Yo, listen, and I had to explain this to my son. I said, yo, never get it fucked up. You my firstborn. You know I love all my kids. Y'all had me as a younger father. I was 16 growing up. Did a lot of dumb clown shit with y'all that in that moment I thought was real. You know, and I had to explain to him how, like, when he was younger, I would have rolled with him and me and you just blowing blizzards. With Boston, I might not do it. And I tell him it's cause just of my thinking level. Has nothing to do with I changed as a father. It's just a growing level.
Yeah.
You grow, you look at shit different, you see shit different.
Mental growth.
So with that, I always lived off the, I don't want my kids thinking it's a Santa Claus, it's a Halloween. It's just really family on Thanksgiving. Fuck all whatever else they can tell you, it's just family. And I even say that to people when they, oh, you too old to still be, nah, nigga, my grandmother in the morning, nigga, this is what the fuck we do. Mm-hmm. And we just keep it going on as like a family tradition, not a holiday tradition, a family tradition. You know what I'm saying? I feel Thanksgiving and Christmas is the 2 days I know I'm gonna see my family. Most of the motherfuckers I ain't seen through the year. You know what I'm saying? That's usually what Thanksgiving and Christmas is. Whoever you ain't seeing in summer, you won't see him that day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like with that, more than extraterrestrial, we have to stop from the minor level of making them think shit's real. The Tooth Fairy, the fucking Easter Bunny. Kill that shit.
That's where it starts.
That's where it starts with none of that shit real. And then they can get no, because they told me that other fuck shit was real and it wasn't.
Yeah, if you think Santa Claus real, you're gonna believe in some extraterrestrial beings coming doing whatever.
And I tell motherfuckers 100%, if you think Jesus is real, you're out of your fucking mind. If you think there's a Jesus that's coming to save you, you're out of your fucking mind. You better get a Snicker. Of like real shit. If you think Jesus is coming to get you and do something, no. I feel he's in all of us. He gave us all free will. Move how the fuck you think you should move.
He's in all of us.
Exactly.
Who is Jesus? Did Jesus exist?
What Jesus?
So you're saying Jesus is the supreme being? The creator?
Jesus? No.
You say he's in all of us.
I say God's in all of us.
You didn't say Jesus?
Fuck no.
I heard you say Jesus.
No, I don't think shit of Jesus.
You say he's in all of us.
Not Jesus, God is.
Oh, God is.
Because I'm very godly.
You are. True.
But I'm non-Jesus. I'm non-Jesus.
Naturally, you're godly, yes.
I'm non-Jesus. I'm non...
Yeah, none of them titles.
None of that shit.
Word, because it's not been proven, it hasn't been proven that Jesus was really in existence. Those stories come from other stories before Christianity. Right. See what I'm saying? So they just mix and tamper with it, but they add on, take away. So
and like
we don't got time to be dealing with the bullshit. We gotta deal with truth, proof.
A Bible couldn't exist before the letter B. It couldn't. For you to spell it, the B had to be here first. So how the fuck did the Bible? What was it written? You know what I'm saying? Like, if words didn't exist, then how the fuck did the Bible exist?
Well, we gotta know what the word Bible, the term come from, right?
I think it's basic instructions before leaving Earth. That's it.
People wrote plenty of books. A Bible is just, like you said, instructions, right?
That's it.
So there was instructions written before the King James version, which is the oldest one, 1700s. Right. There was books, there was literature written way before.
And then there's some motherfucker like me that come in and be like, I'm gonna rewrite this shit.
Yeah, mix and tamper with it.
You know what?
Put my spin on it.
Now I'm gonna put my spin on this motherfucker on what happened that night. And that's what we do. And I feel like I tell people that I say, yo, if the Bible means something, don't read it spiritually. Read that motherfucker like a book. I bet you peep the holes in it.
I mean, like a life.
Read that shit just like a regular book.
Because if you're following that, if you're following something,
you can bring spiritual out of anything.
Yeah, but if you're following something, you want to know what the fuck you're following. It's your life on the line.
Right.
So when you read that book, read it. Don't just be listening to people interpret it. You're gonna go in looking for yourself. Let me read this book.
But that's what I'm trying to tell you. That's what makes the only person I kind of get a pass, and then we could go into that is teachers. But anything that is over you, a judge, a pastor, any of that, and I had to tell a motherfucker this before. The only way a person can become my pastor is if you know more than me. That's it. That's the only way you can become my pastor.
A substitute word for teacher?
If I know exactly what you know, you are not my pastor. You are my equal.
True, that's what the teacher is for.
But see, this is just like the pastor. He know these motherfuckers ain't gonna read the Bible.
Some of them are shady, like, well, a lot of them are. Whoever's a pastor to me, whoever's a pastor in that culture, or that religious aspect, I think they need to do more digging and stop disrespecting us or people telling these goddamn fictitious stories when they have no knowledge of it being with no proof behind it.
I told niggas I want my pastor to like hit the strip club. Like I want my pastor to be a rod. Like I want to know who he is. I don't want to have to think, oh no, he's this guy when he really ain't. Nah, fuck that. Show me who you are. At the church, pop that bottle. You know what I'm saying?
He ain't gonna pop that.
Real
you know that. He gotta hide some shit. He gotta hide the image.
No, that's what I'm. See,
but behind the scenes, some pastors really be popping the bottle.
And this is where we get fucked up when somebody pull the cover down.
Why you have to hide though?
Shit. That's what I'm saying. He shouldn't.
False information.
So if it was real information,
he won't have to hide.
I could come in this bitch with 4 bitches and still give y'all what God wanted y'all to know. But because we want everything in this hidden way, we like, nah, my pastor. What you mean my pastor be drinking? Like, the fuck you mean he don't be drinking?
Now,
fuck you mean your pastor can't look at strippers? Like, he's fucking him. Like, that's what I'm saying. We put unhuman things on human people and expect them not to break. So, and it's just because they're pastor. That's why when we had, the pastor was fucking them too. The pastor? Yeah, the pastor. Who the fuck you thought? He wasn't human? He ain't have a dick?
I mean, throughout the...
He ain't get horny? He ain't see the bitch in the tight dress?
Just to make something clear, because there's going to be viewers on here. There's going to be viewers, not on here, excuse me. Viewers on this podcast. We're going to make this clear real quick. We're not bashing their religious belief. We're just saying, man, we're pointing out the things that doesn't make sense.
What I always tell people is like,
shit doesn't make sense. Why should we adhere to it? Why should we grab it? Why should we have to deal with that? You feel what I'm saying?
I can't trust the motherfucker that can't be yourself.
That's life, period. That's life, period. Like,
but if you can't be yourself, I can't trust you not being you. You have to be able to be you. You know what I'm saying? And that's why you think even your parents teach that. Like, yo, be honest with me. Honesty will get you further than the lie. Why? Because, at least you had the fucking heart to say, nah, this is what it was. And how many times as a kid you done did the bravery shit and it worked?
It was all positive.
Why you was doing this in the school? Nah, man, this what happened. Boom, boom. Yeah, I slap kid. Man, take your wild ass in it. But when you come with the lie, nah, I ain't even. Man, get your stupid ass over there.
Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me.
And it's the same way and it's just like, I feel like with black people, we do that. Like, we put these, like, unfathomed things on people. Like, even rappers, even fucking, like, moguls. We do that shit. Actors, like, we act like these people are not fucking human. Like, they're not. They're human like all of us. They fuck up like all of us.
Indeed.
They go home and take a shit the same way. They still get hungry and do. There is no... It's just in niggas' mind, and that's what be making people feel like these people here, and I'm really down here. And that's how self-esteem be fucked up. Niggas' confidence be fucked up. Going in these places thinking these people are not human. No, they fucking human.
Indeed.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I think, like, that be some of the shit that really be crazy. Let's get into the next joint.
What's the next one, fam?
Come on, you gotta know some of these shits.
I'm making sure. I'm gonna let you know right now. I'm making sure you on this
All
on
species.
your game, man. Reading my shit.
All species.
This is for you. That book is for you.
Wow.
Just because I wrote it don't mean it's about me. Mm-hmm. It's for everybody. It's, you know what I mean? To be in tune with themselves. But as you can
and
see,
we definitely gonna give y'all I'm telling y'all now, you know, this is for the book heads, you know, the motherfucking authors that's coming, all the entrepreneurs that's gonna watch it. We probably get this to y'all in like 3 parts. Then after, I'm gonna try to have it to where he can come up maybe like every other Sunday, depending on his schedule, and be able to go over it with y'all due diligently of the chapters to where y'all could ask y'all questions, y'all could get with him and he could answer. Y'all could fire shit to see if he paying attention. You know what I'm saying? Like, hit that nigga and be on y'all shit. Send that nigga like, yo, you know, the same way you would anybody else. Run that nigga down. Make sure that nigga mind's right. Make sure he really wrote the book. Never know, might catch something up.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's good to do your homework and really figure it out. So we are going to give y'all the chance to be able to call in, get with him. If you want to know how to write a book, how to get towards, you know, finalizing your book or putting your shit into an edit or whatever it is, he can help you. See, he got one right here. So all that's going to have time.
Self-published.
You dig?
Independent.
Let's get into all species. What's that?
All species considering on Earth. We passed to the extraterrestrial, now we're dealing with terrestrial on Earth. All species have value, including ourselves. Now, what I'm saying is that, look at yourself. See how important it is in this realm.
Nigga, I look good. Oh, he said, look at yourself.
Now, if a person that got mad at you or felt disdain for you feeling good about yourself,
right,
is a person that's insecure about themselves. You see what I'm saying? An individual should want
100.
Another individual that's equal, we consider equal, right? To be feeling the same way. I don't care how much money you got. You can have more money. You can be smarter. There's always going to be someone who has more information. We have to deal with this reality. Mm-hmm. We're always going to have somebody who has more money than us. Let's deal with this reality. It's okay. We have money too. You know what I mean? You have more, but I have money too. We all have money. Right. So what I'm saying is that dealing with yourself and all species count for everything, like what you deal with. We deal with dogs, cats, rats,
definitely rats,
cheetahs, all type of felines, all type of life on Earth. And are you in tune with it? You know what I'm saying? Plants is life. You know what I'm saying? Are you in tune with this shit? Just because we're from the so-called hoods that we come from, let me say communities, man. All right, for a better term, right?
From a hood where niggas come up in front of their house.
Cause there are some people, right, who live in certain neighborhoods, bro, and still deal with hardships. Like, there's rich people who deal with hardships. I'm saying being in tune with everything around you is a better way to go about life and appreciate life. You see what I'm saying? All species, like, appreciate everything. Cause it's a reality. You can't appreciate something you don't have no knowledge of.
But I think it's just like what you said. You can't appreciate something you have no knowledge of. You know what I'm saying? So you don't appreciate a diamond if you don't know the value of a diamond. You know what I'm saying? So I feel that should go back to what I was telling you. It's the teaching. Like, we don't get taught value, so we don't know we hold value. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I mean. There's so much shit that is missing in school because they really don't want us to have it inside. They want us to be empty inside. They want us to be searching for shit. You know what I'm saying? But it takes for you to get to that point. And that's what I'm saying. Even when it comes to, like, finding value in people, that shit take time. That shit take running. That shit take failure. That shit take so much of this book, no bullshit to, you know, y'all out there, a lot of this book for it to reach you, it take failure. If you haven't filled in life, you're probably not gonna understand the book. Because it takes failure comes in all these ways. Like I said, it's like when they say humility. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you fail, you think of how the fuck you could win. You know what I'm saying? And when you really want to win, you start looking at all the odds around you. And that's what gets you in tune to everything, because now you start paying attention to everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember when
that's true.
A minute ago I was saying I was telling a bro, like, yo, last year, going into last year, I said, damn, you know, I would never wanna, I said, in my life, I'm never ever gonna have to be in a position to where I have to kill another black man or harm another black man. You know what I'm saying? And me and her was going back and forth, and it's like, yo, it's the love you find in you is the love you see in other motherfuckers. It's hard to love another motherfucker if you don't love you. It's hard to see greatness in you if I don't see greatness in me. It's hard to see you as a father if I don't see me as a father. So when we in these clubs at night, it's no love in these clubs. A lot of motherfuckers don't love themselves. So how the fuck can they care? Damn, how this nigga, you know, he gotta make it to the crib of your father. Nigga, kid waiting on him. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't see yourself as that, how the fuck you gonna see it in somebody else? And I feel a lot of us is like, yo, we empty that fulfillment shit come with so much hurt and failure. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I tell motherfuckers, you can only know there's up when you was at the bottom. You can only know there's fucking light when you was in the dark. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can never know the opposite until you felt the opposite of what the fuck ever it is. You could never know that there's love out here until it's been so much hate inside you. Then you're like, damn, you know what? It gotta be love out here.
Well, how would you know what love is if you didn't know what hate, if you haven't been through hate?
And that's what I'm trying to
Or how would you know what hate is if you haven't known love? Nobody they coexist.
But this is why
you gotta go through something to know that exists.
And when the fucked up thing is, we're not in that generation of going through things. These kids don't go through that. That's why they never gonna understand niggas like us.
Every generation can understand.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
every generation goes through something. We have to be in tune. Just because we're older, that's what I mean about supreme being and being in tune. All species. We're older, but we can learn what the youngins are dealing with as well. We could be in tune with the youngins are dealing with as well. Just like we was trying to be in tune with the elders. So it's no limits.
True indeed, but what I'm trying to say is, like,
everybody goes through hardships.
Even with what's her name, like, a nigga want to be happy and move in happiness is because of all the anger and shit I moved in. And that's what I'm trying to tell these kids is not, and it's a good thing, but they're not in them holes we was in. Like, we was in fucking rabbit, like, we was in the holes, dark holes. Like, I don't think how, and I always say that shit to people, like, you know, sometime when you ride through Boston, after you ride through, go the fuck home and then put on Boston 1993. It's not this Boston. It's not this beautiful. No, nigga, it was mattresses everywhere in front of the building. Like, it was fucked up. Streets was trash. Buildings have been like, shit was, we didn't, like, and that's why I tell my son, there's nothing else for you to do but win. You don't have no hardships up you against. Like, I remember when, like, nigga, camo jackets came out. Nigga, everybody in this room trying to be in a camo jacket. That's how the 90s worked. It wasn't a individual thing. It was a systematic thing, even in our neighborhoods. Even in the projects, I tell niggas, we dressed alike, we talked alike, we wore our hair alike. Every fucking thing we did was all one and the same. Bitches used to meet me in Brockton and be like, "Where you from, the projects?" How you know? Because all y'all niggas say that shit. Or all y'all niggas do this shit. And it's like that every hood. It was like something was systematically going.
Unique.
You know what I'm saying? Like, to where it wasn't like in the hood, like how now niggas would have came with the Balenciaga shit. I mean, niggas would have roast your ass out of the projects. You would have got roasted.
Like, what the fuck are those?
You're
not wearing what we're wearing.
You're not wearing what we're wearing, so that shit is corny.
Alienated.
And I don't give a fuck what you paid for that shit. You could have, nigga, I paid $3,000. So what? Them shits is wheezy. Like, I remember this shit, dog. I remember when certain niggas used to try to, I'ma come with the new expensive puffy coat. And that shit got no play. Nigga, that shit ain't no first down. That shit ain't a no face. Nigga, get that shit the fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, now these kids, it's like, it's beautiful. Back in the days, me growing up, I couldn't have just hit Angel on a skateboard. And Drake, come in, man. You know, let me see how fucking skateboard threw that bitch in the middle of Blue Hill. That's how niggas was rocking. And it wasn't, we just didn't know better. These kids, the opportunity, there is no getting off the bus and there is 40 niggas at the bottom of the hill. Niggas went through that. Niggas went through you couldn't get off the bus on a Ville, or you couldn't motherfucking cut through Quincy at a certain time because you knew what it was.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? So I always feel like the information we have is because we squeeze this shit out. We didn't even just get the information. Every nigga that has this information, that's what I said, nigga was in that dark place.
We went through it.
Ask a nigga how he got the information. I bet you he'd be like, nah, nigga, shit was fucked up. I had no choice but to get it, nigga. Like, we was the era of sink or swim. That was it. No life jacket, nigga, sink or swim. What you gonna do? I'm gonna watch your little ass drown, or I'm gonna watch your little ass swim. That's how our era was. Figure it the fuck out. And I tell niggas, you couldn't even pull up playing the dumb shit. Like, you didn't know how to read on the block, you was a clown all day. Oh, this nigga don't even know nigga done, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Think about how we used to be on niggas' necks. Like, that's why I say, like, I congratulate, like, shout out to the nigga Spot. Shout out to the nigga, the doctor. Niggas that went to school when everybody else was bullshitting. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember the doctor being like, nah, nigga, I'm in class. I remember the doctor, niggas knew they couldn't get no butter after 4th period. Wasn't nothing. I don't give a fuck how much bread you have. Wasn't nothing shaking.
Indeed.
He played that game, never been touched in his life. Spot somewhat the same way, kind of little joint, but for the most part, and I remember me being young and Spot jumping on me, my nigga, fuck you ain't doing going to school, that shit's mad important, bro. Take your little ass to school. What the fuck are you even doing in the morning? What are you doing in the morning? What the fuck can you have to do at 7 to 2? You know what I'm saying? Like, but we ain't peeping it. Then it's like, so to the niggas that did it, that's why I say, look how they start was. You know what I'm saying? We look at Spot now. Nigga didn't go through most of the dumb shit that most of the projects went through. He was the young nigga in the hood, had the V in the hood. Because his thinking was already business, forward moving. You know what I'm saying? And even back then, he knew, even when he probably tried it, yo, take that. Niggas fuck that pack up. Because niggas didn't have it the way he had it to understand the movement of it. You know what I'm saying? It was only certain niggas that knew management, how to manage their bread, get back, yo, make sure.
Yeah.
A bunch of us, nigga, it was up and down every fucking week, nigga. I'm on them all.
And those managers wasn't managing our generation.
You know what I'm saying?
Certain motherfuckers. So
and niggas like that couldn't because they was part of our generation. So it was like, what was we gonna hear from them anyway? You know what I'm saying? The only reason I looked at them because I always said like, you know, out of a bunch of the little niggas, Spot was always a nigga that kind of like won. You know what I'm saying? Like stayed fresh, always went to school, like fucked with the bitches. So it was like, if you a nigga that kind of moving that, then this is a nigga you gonna listen to. Why? Because he's like one of the top niggas that move like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I mean about these young boys don't have a Spot. You know what I'm saying? They don't have a Raw Mess. Raw Mess be just as good as to his kids, his little brothers, maybe his nieces. Shit, by then I'm stretched in. I don't have time to just how we was all in the hood and it's 50 of us. So you can see the little nigga with potato, me running down on him, and you know what I'm saying? It's different. They don't have what we had. Like, there is no older nigga there. You know what I'm saying? And if so, it's a lot of younger niggas that feel I'm doing better than this old fuck I'm listening to them for. You know what I'm saying? Like, these niggas is bullshit, nigga. I'm running around with the cash, nigga. Fuck I'm listening to them for. And that's how they look at us, like being the older niggas, like when you're trying to break down to them what they should understand. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So that's why I always say, like, yo, we like in a dark battle when it comes to like motherfuckers seeing it as a whole. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and like I said, it's a good thing. These kids, nothing serious to these kids.
Yeah.
Like, they don't take nothing. See, like, we had to worry about really once we got to school. Yo, these niggas might be in there. Damn, I gotta. That's why I understood what you said. We had real shit to worry about before school. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? After school, it ain't no telling if you don't want to get crib on Doxaphane. Yo, what's up with fiends in the crib? Yo, you don't know what niggas' cribs be like for a nigga to come home and now think homework. Nigga, I ain't even motherfucking eat today. You talking about some homework.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, yo, at some point, man, I feel like us as the men, yo, we have to dig in the core of us and give them the real to us. I feel like,
I mean, we've been through, like you said, the experiences. The experience is the best teacher, right? We've been through shit like that, hardcore shit like that, where
yeah, you can tell me something like that, yo.
The youngins should be able to, the youngins should know by us telling them, we know better. So we can rear them into not going that route, some of them. You feel me? So some people can be reared into going that, not going the route, like making those mistakes.
Right.
That's why it is today. That's why it is the way it is today. It's more, like you said, more beautiful. It's not as bad as it was then because we took the initiative to deal with ourselves and our situations, make it better for them. That's what we wanted. We wanted them to do better. So we had to create that scenario or circumstance where they can do better. You see what I'm saying? So I see them. You saying the hardships, that's on us. The hardships that they don't go through, that we've been through, that's because we didn't allow them to go through it. We put them on, like, or guided them in the direction where they didn't have to go.
Now you can tell them to really turn that shit down. That shit's crazy, my nigga.
You can hear that shit?
Hey, that shit's bass.
So he's saying it's the bass that's coming in over the mic.
Man, niggas is fucking goofy as shit.
So this part to be edited.
Man, I have to take that shit out.
You can keep it raw if you want. I don't mind. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, I just really do. I feel like at some point that's why I like, you know, what Two's doing for the men. I think that's fire. Not only that, I just feel like, you know, because even when I give little niggas game, I don't give niggas game from, and I know they find it weird, cause you know, shout out my little nigga Taylor, man. He always say that shit. Like, I tell niggas the fuck ups I did. Like, I fucked up here. Nigga, this shit put me here. Like, because that's what taught me. Mm-hmm. The good shit didn't teach me. It was them fucked up times the way it was like, oh, now I slip, fell, bust my face there. Now I learned from that shit.
Well, that's what we call mistakes. That's what we call failures.
You know what I'm saying?
If you're not learning from them, then
that's what I think these little niggas need from all of us. Like, the raw, the real, those times. Like, I remember, you know, and then we can keep it moving. I asked niggas like, yo, what was your first night in Concord like? And niggas had all these wild, stupid ass stories. And I'm a nigga, I know better. My nigga, when you hit the behind that wall, nigga, that shit scary that first. I don't give a fuck who you are. Unless you just a nigga that's out here really just murking them. No. nigga, you realize you up there, even if you a nigga that play with a tool, there's no tools up there. Ain't no gun you run into in the morning. Nigga, it's straight who the fuck you are. You gotta stand on that. And I remember niggas was, nah, you know, I ain't even when I out there, man. When?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, any new setting, you're nervous. Especially a setting like that. Shit, I used to be nervous just getting moved around DYS. Yo, you going way the fuck out here. Damn, who the fuck is out there?
Yes, sir.
Even if it ain't now, I'm not even playing the game of hoods. Now I'm playing city shit. Cause now it's just Boston versus maybe Springfield or Ludlow or wherever, you know, the surrounding cities we was around when we was little. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I say that shit like, sometimes these kids don't know the hardships. You know what I'm saying? And I feel sometimes that shit they need to know. You know what I'm saying? The hardships are like what it took to get here. Even when they see you and, you know, they can smile at what you're doing. Damn, Rob put out the book, this, that, and the third. But you gotta know where the book came from, where it deprived from, where the shit I've been through to have this information and be able to put this book to you.
Indeed.
You know what I'm saying? Because it wasn't like, nigga, I was just some joyful kid and I put the shit together because I had all this information. Nah, and a lot of us had to go search for that information.
Word, had to go through.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you had to really go get that information and really read and dissect and learn how to break shit down and understand, okay, I understand that. You know what I'm saying? Or sometimes ask for help. Yo, bro, what the fuck this word mean? You know what I'm saying?
Word.
Nigga put you on. Like, so I definitely feel like with that, like, these kids need to hear them setbacks. You know what I'm saying? Because it be fucked up how a lot of these kids, the first time they realize they made a mistake, 9 out of 10 their life's over. 9 out of 10 they're dead or they're in jail forever. And that's when they realize, yo, this shit was wild. You know what I'm saying? We had a little more, because sentences was more lenient, so you might get murdered, nigga, catch an 8-piece, catch a 10-piece. You know what I'm saying? So shit was different shaking back then. But now these young boys catch a nigga, they just be elbows. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, it be 25, get them up out of here. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And these be young boys that's like 19, 20. And that's a young age in any reality for your life to be fucked up, for your shit to be over. Like, you really, you know, shout out to nigga Dre Rock. You know what I'm saying? Shout out my nigga Adolf. You already know what it is. Synergy on the way. You see what it is. But, you know, I always said out to Rock, like, what if Rock would have had a chance to experience this new shit? What if he would have got to see that, nigga, the projects wouldn't have always been there forever? It's a lot of shit that don't take place that could have played out different for these niggas that caught these forever beds.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because when we was in that, that was all we knew then. But that ain't all we know now.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? And some of that shit we're able to look back and be like, damn, I'm glad that night I ain't do that dumb shit. That shit could have cost me my life.
Indeed.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so I feel like for those niggas, they be fucked up because it's like, you haven't even understood life to maybe about now. Now you realize, damn, I'll never see the kids again. Damn, I'll never get no pussy again. I might not never go in the refrigerator again. You know, and I tell niggas that, like, jail come with shit that seem tedious you will miss, but it's a fucking big chunk out of your life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I tell niggas that shit, like, never hearing a phone ring for you is some jail shit. Never having a refrigerator, like, you know what I'm saying? There's so much little shit that you seem like you could go without. Oh no, fuck that. Like, long as I got food, but now you realize shit ain't never icy cold. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, I remember when I told my bitch one time shit got fucked up, we was somewhere, no water. Nigga threw everything in the Ziploc, flushed the toilet mad times, threw that shit. She was like, what the fuck? Oh no, this is what we did. How you think we got cold milks and shit? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, I feel with that, like, yo, we have to. I feel like that is our duty to give to these youngins the shit they can eat, because I don't feel these youngins is gonna listen to a politician that's black coming down speaking. You know what I'm saying? A motherfucker listen to you because you look the way they look. You know what I'm saying? So a young black kid would hear you before here, fucking Mayor Wu. You know what I'm saying?
Mayor Wu can't relate to certain things.
Because Mayor Wu
But
really she ain't from Boston.
But
Why we
we could build on that on a political level or a street level. However you want to do it, we could build on that.
Let's go into law enforcement.
Law enforcement. Now, law enforcement is to show that law is good. Law and order is good. But it's the way we're giving the law and order, like the rules and shit. It's the way we're portraying it to be. Now, individuals is looking like, we came up, we wasn't feeling the law enforcement at all. I wouldn't even be speaking this shit out my mouth right now about law enforcement, law being good and all this other shit. All we knew was, fuck the law. That's all we knew.
Because it always been against us.
Now, always been against us. That's the key issue right there. Always been against us. So, that's distracting us from taking on certain positions to protect our community. We do that by naturally. I don't give a fuck where you from. You be acting as a law, as an officer. You protecting your community. You got your family over here, you got your friends over here and whatever. You know what I'm saying? If something happens, like something occur that seems threatening to your peers or whatever, you step up. Right?
Definitely.
That's protecting and serving. It's just the way it was brought to us. The officers from other communities or these certain mind frames that's detrimental to everybody. You know what I mean? Like detrimental to individuals coming up. They come in the neighborhoods doing sucker shit, atrocities, making it seem like, oh, cops are bad people. These motherfuckers, they making us think that, this occupation ain't shit because of the dirty shit that they're doing for like the individuals that's locked up. Know what I'm saying? For no reason. I mean, for officers planting evidence or doing dirty shit.
Not to cut you, but I don't think they taught us to think law enforcement is fucked up. I think we taught each other to think law enforcement was fucked up.
Let me finish, bro. I'm about to prove it to you in no limited time. Peep this. Like I was saying, right? Let me finish real quick. The officers come in the neighborhood, man. They approach you in hostile manners or aggressive manners, right? You not knowing your rights, you not knowing your natural rights as a person, right? Like, say for instance, they're asking you for your ID. Say you're walking down the street, oh, give me your ID. If you knew that you didn't have to reveal that, you didn't commit no type of crime, you didn't do nothing to be bothered or harassed, you would have acted upon that like, nah, I'm minding my business, leave me alone. I'm just saying, some people, some officers were doing shit outside of their jurisdiction or outside of their occupation to individuals, causing individuals to dislike officers. If officers or law enforcement personnel were coming through, right, and dealing with the youth or the community the way they're supposed to, it'd be less fucking drama, and people won't be looking at officers as if, oh, that's a fucked up occupation. It's the dirty shit it's the atrocities that they did, like shooting.
All that shit started happening
for no reason.
But all that shit started happening like once we got. See, that's what I was saying.
Oh, what started happening?
Like really, us seeing officers shoot people started happening.
That's been going on before we was.
But I'm talking about us seeing it. We wasn't seeing it because there was no internet in the 90s.
We wasn't seeing it because we wasn't living. When we started living, we started seeing it.
No, there was no internet, so there was no way for us to see it because they wouldn't show it to you on the news.
Yes, they show you in school somewhere. They'll show you.
They never showed us shit like that as young.
I like Martin Luther King march and shit. Remember that?
No, we knew those shit, but I'm talking about like now, how like every time you turn the TV on, Atlanta, Memphis police just shot dude in the back at Burger King. Like all that is new. But I'm saying
all you mean by the way it's being broadcast.
Right. So
but see, it existed though. It led up to our generation, some of our people and the people before us saying, yo, fuck police. What I'm saying is this.
but hold on, because I gotta step on that.
NWA was saying fuck police.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. NWA was not motherfucking compliant. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. We was taught to not like police before we ever seen police do something.
What contributed to us not liking the police though?
That we was selling drugs.
No.
Yes.
That's not the only thing.
If we was in the streets, then you couldn't like police and be in the streets.
That's not the only.
That was the worst shit you could have did when we was coming up with. Niggas even think you like police.
All right, that's another scenario, right? But even for the individuals who sold drugs, right? Let's say you had a bag of marijuana on you, person, when it was illegal then, right? You driving, you get pulled over. You're supposed to get pulled over for the stop for violating a traffic violation, right? Peep this. They supposed to be pulling you over for your tail light or whatever. You're speeding. Boom. That's that. They take it upon themselves to come up and not obey their own law, right? The rules. Tell you to get out the car. Not even telling you why they're pulling you over and so forth and all that other shit. You had a bag of bud on you. That bud gets suppressed in law. And like by law, that bud can get suppressed.
Right.
Leave that shit alone, you don't have no case. Because you wasn't supposed to pull them over in an illegal search and seizure. So what I'm saying is that you got those cops who create scenarios like that.
They don't create it because
they're doing something.
You can't say they created when we already created a high crime area. So if we stay in a high crime area, you're saying that like if they did that shit to you in like Reddit, like nah, they did that shit to you in Dorchester. We live in a high crime area. We made the crime rate high as shit and didn't say nah, they shouldn't fuck with us.
Now hold on. I'm not saying that, oh, okay, you know what? I'm not saying.
So even when niggas say, right, police shooting niggas, if a police pull up and say, hey, y'all two, slow down. Right? He get to talking to you. Yo, boom, boom. You're not being arrested, but you're being detained. I want to see your ID. And you feel like, nah, nigga, I could just keep walking. Like you let yourself into being shot. You're dumb as shit. There is no, that's what I'm saying. We have to stop making this shit like it's a bigger thing when it's not. It's just a bunch of dumbass black people. Niggas are niggering. And you got a section called that. Niggers. Niggas are niggas. Niggas do not fucking follow directions.
I got a section that's not what niggas mean. I'm saying.
You was supposed to cut your phone off since 8 o'clock. Nigga ain't cut his phone off. Show you niggas don't follow motherfucking directions.
I peep this though.
Why you think police be killing niggas?
What I'm interpreting, there are some people who be extreme and shit. Like if an officer approach him, like yo man, you know we got a call. I heard something happen. You know, are you? And he'd be like, yo, leave me the fuck. Who the fuck are you talking to? Don't talk to me like that. Okay, cool. We got them scenarios, but I'm just saying, peep this.
That's most of our scenarios.
I'm saying the positions, bro. Naturally, you protect yourself, and you protect your peers, whoever you deal with. You want to officer, you want to be a police, you want to police some shit? Well, be a police officer.
We wasn't preaching that growing up.
No, this is what I'm telling you. Let me finish, bro. This is what I'm saying. But due to certain, not just those elements, but due to certain circumstances, bro, when the cops are doing dirty shit, making you feel less than. Bro, you wasn't given a chance when they approached you.
No, they can't make you feel less than.
You can't, bro. You're not violating by standing in your neighborhood.
Listen,
by standing around. Have you ever been through? Have you ever been through a scenario when you're just standing outside of your house and the police come and a car
now
approach you with why you standing here?
We're standing right.
Is that against the law?
Say if we in the bricks. Yes, that's against the law. But if you're
standing where you live at, is against the law.
Nobody from the bricks lived in the
naturally.
But if you're talking about now, naturally
standing where you live at is against the law.
Right now, if police pulled up, we was outside. It was like, yo, what y'all doing outside? Boom. We was like, yo, we got the party. Boom. They keep it pushing.
Why are they asking? They don't have no reason to be asking that.
If somebody said, yo, it's a noise complaint.
No.
They gotta see what
we're standing outside.
No, if they
the police just roll up and say, yo,
they're gonna keep.
What y'all doing? They don't need to be doing this. No criminal action being.
But they're gonna keep going because we're not in a high crime area. But now, say if all of us was on the E,
Oh, something happened.
they pull it over.
Certain shit happens in
Because
the neighborhood.
we're in the high crime area. It's mad at y'all. Niggas got hoodies on. All y'all hoodies say the same shit. My nigga, I gotta jump out and see what's good.
So image.
Everything, the high crime area, our community.
I know individuals that do shit, man, that don't even dress with hoodies, don't wear hoodies and all that shit. Have done some shit.
No, we can't fuck.
So we judging by image?
No, we can't fuck the community up and then say, no, they should look at us this way. But the thing I was gonna say, this is what I mean about when we look within. So
if I had a suit and tie on, and I'm in the projects that's high crime area, they're just gonna pass me.
No, if it's mad,
we need to ask him what's going on, why he's standing here, because he got a suit and tie on.
If it's a bunch of y'all, they flagging y'all. If it's
a bunch of motherfuckers with suit and ties on,
in suit and ties, and y'all,
they're not gonna stop and be like, yo, what y'all standing here for?
They're stopping. What's up with you niggas?
It's their job.
The high crime area?
High crime area. We made these areas. The funny shit is we wanted them to be high crime areas. That's what putting in work is. Putting in work is making your area a high crime area.
On that level. All I'm saying is that individuals naturally like to protect, right?
Yo, once
you could listen, it's not fucked up to be a police officer and protect your neighborhood. Instead of having individuals outside of your neighborhood that don't know nothing.
So I wanted to say that,
and
right?
be coming in harassing, being disrespectful. They don't care.
Once you say like, yo, from the streets, you have no rights. You just said, fuck everything that is legal and illegal. It's my way. Once you become in the streets, you don't have a police fucked me up. You don't get that card. People that is innocent get that card. Yo, I was walking down the street, police just banged me in the fucking head.
That's
but if
happening.
Me and you moving with hoodies, nothing they do to us is illegal.
Wait, there are police officers running around here disrespecting and fucking people up for no reason.
Common citizens, because that come with stupidity.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It can happen to anybody. I don't care what you do.
That come with stupidity.
No, the police officers are harassing and fucking people up for no reason.
But what I wanted to say was, when I said
that's a bad look
at our thinking, right? So your thinking right now is, no, it's cool. We should be police. Let's go back to
police our neighborhood.
Let's go back 10 years ago. You wouldn't have understood your little brother talking about he trying to go to the police academy. No, nobody would have, because that was where we came from. You no kid, no nothing could have done that shit. Nobody's kid could have been, and that's what I'm saying. So how do we have police in our community if everybody in our hood look at police as like, nigga, that's fucked up to BJ?
Well, that goes with the education and information we're receiving. Back when we was younger like that, nobody was giving us information about our rights.
So the only way
about our rights.
So the only way they
regardless of what you was doing, you wasn't getting that information that early. Like, yo, you have the First Amendment right to freedom of speech and all this other shit. Nobody wasn't kicking that.
No, but you can't.
For you to even have a chance. You don't even have a chance.
Yo, me and
I don't care what neighborhood you in. You have to have an opportunity.
But you're not.
You see what I'm saying?
Yo, you have to be cognizant of your power, right? When it comes to your kids, your community, everything, right? So, just for instance, my daughter, she watches me heavy. Just watch how I move. One day we were standing outside and police pulled up. She put her hoodie on and turned around, and I'm like, what up? She's like, they the police. And I'm like, where the fuck did she learn that from? Wherever that is how our kids think. Police is something wrong.
Do you think that's good?
No. And I had to tell her.
You think that's good that we have to listen, whether you're in the street
she don't, but see, this
do
is
you
what
think
I'm saying.
that that's good that the people in their neighborhood have to react like that when they do see the police?
Listen what I'm saying. She don't think it because of the police. She think it because of the family she's around. She think it because of what she see. It's different when your uncle's police. You ever met a motherfucker that uncle's police? Nigga, they think everything of the police. You ever met a bitch and nigga like my father's the captain? Nigga, they tell you everything about the police that's good. That's what I'm saying. So it's like, it's not them. It's really us. It's our teaching. Like when we move with
That's
the
what I just
hoodies,
said.
what do you think that say? Like, we're moving legit? They just feel that's moving illegal. You know what I'm saying? Like we have to look at like a lot of shit we do. So that's why certain shit, like, say if I'm moving with the hoodie on and it's tight. I know police can pull up, but I know that shit come one time, put this bitch tight. You know what I'm saying? Even sometime in the winter when I be riding around in the car and I got the big ass hood on, yo, they can pull you for this shit. Cause you in the car with a hood with dark ass tints. They don't know. And you're driving through Dorchester, Roxbury. And what if they just so happened to see you and was like, think we should pull him, but they was like, nah, maybe he's just a civilian. And then at the corner, I shoot a nigga. They be like, hey, we coulda. So that's what I'm saying. Like, it's the community. It's how we built our community. Our community fucked up, my nigga.
But by right,
it ain't safe.
By right, they're not supposed to judge you just because you have a hoodie on. Don't mean you're committing a criminal act.
This is what I say about all of us. We be so smart to where we don't look into the things that really make change. We always see the bigger picture of what shit could be. But the bitch put a stop and search on us in like 2003 that she never left. Why she never lifted? Because us, the people that it was meant to hurt, didn't go down there. We didn't go to the state house. We should have been in City Hall. If we all went motherfucking next month, we said we all going down there to figure out why the fuck is this shit still possible, that shit would change. Overnight.
Given the information.
Just like the same shit with them pulling us. Like when they pull us over and take us out the car. Yeah. That shit was in the manual that they put. They never lift these things. That fucking shit where they could pull you and pat you, that shit was supposed to be for 72 hours. From Friday to a Sunday. They seen it work. They left that shit on. Because why? They know we're not going to go up there and be like, yo, why the fuck y'all doing us like this?
Exactly. I agree with that.
And that is why I don't...
But as far as law enforcement go, if you're going to be a police officer, deal with the rules accordingly. Like, don't be exceeding the rules. You feel what I'm saying? Just respect the rules. Just like civilians. If you know the law, you know how to deal with the law. If you're approached by the law. Like if I get pulled over, I know damn well I don't have to, I have the right to ask, what am I being pulled over for? Before, you didn't know that. You have rights. So before that, you get pulled over and they just tell you, get out the car and all this other shit, get on the ground, let me search you and shit. And you're not even a suspect of anything. You're not committing no crime.
But
if you knew better, you'll react better.
Right, because you know what you would have did better? You would have got your ass on that ground.
What?
Everything else can be played out after. I can't play this shit out before because it's not going to work in my favor. So if they come up to my car and I know they wrong, get the fuck out. Get on the floor on your knees. Get the shit wrong. I'm doing it.
See, from what I know now, I live it.
Like
what I'm talking about now, I live it. See, when I get pulled over now, if I do, I exert my rights. I don't relinquish them. I ask, yo, sir, excuse me, what am I being pulled over for? It ain't no get out the car, none of that shit. I'm not getting out. That's my word. I live it. I've been pulled over recently and all other shit. Listen,
and that's what I'm saying.
But listen, they respect it though. See, when they see that you're aware, somebody get mad at it. They might get mad like, damn, he knows his rights and all. He's exerting his rights.
That shit.
They respect it more. And communicating is way more better.
It is, but it only depends on.
And there was no incident, no bad incident.
To where you at, but definitely with my son, I always tell my son, nah, comply first. We will figure that shit out after. I'd rather my son be alive and come home to me and tell me what happened than be motherfucking dead and he didn't comply.
He won't be dead if he knows his rights.
No, he
has more of a chance.
No, you ain't see how all these motherfuckers died from not listening because they all felt something was in their right.
They wasn't listening. They was going by the law.
Whatever, and this is what I'm telling you. Beforehand, law don't matter. You seen Emmett Till. You seen this shit play out so many times to where I don't know why we think, yo, we gonna be the lucky one that, yeah, I'm gonna know the law and they know. Like, it's officers that's gonna hear you out. Oh, nah, cool, so you know. But then there's all, I don't give a fuck what you was saying. You can say, Get your ass on the ground. And that's what I'm saying.
And
You
they
would
get
rather,
punished.
yo,
And then nowadays they
boom,
get
I'm going to go
punished
get
for
a
that.
lawyer, boom, boom, and cut my phone off.
Yeah, they know better
Then
now.
for my son to tell me, like, yo, he was like, get on that, I ain't get on the ground and shit. Because I was like, nah, I know my rights. And that's not what I would take, because I know that shit can be deadly. And I would want my son home before you trying to prove yourself to some punk ass police. Fuck this police officer.
It ain't about proving yourself, brother. It's being treated the way that you would treat them.
We can
the
never,
way you want to be treated.
We're
it's
never,
you treat them.
we're never
Like,
gonna get
you don't
that.
just listen. If they do that after you say, "Yo, what am I being pulled over for?" Nah, get out the car. They rip you out. Get out. Boom, boom. Yeah, you have to go deal with it. You have to, but give yourself a chance first. See what I'm saying? It's like individuals who don't know the law, right? And let's say on a level when I was younger, I'm gonna use me as an example. When I was younger and I was in the streets committing a criminal act, right? I get caught up for some shit I just did, but I don't know nothing about the law. But officers come talk to me and ask me questions about this scenario and that scenario and all other shit. And next thing you know, an individual's being called a snitch. I snitched. I didn't know nothing. You see what I'm saying? Motherfuckers talked me into shit, scared me, did all this other shit because I didn't know my rights. All I had to do was shut up and let my lawyer do it, whatever.
No,
you
but
see, but I'm just saying that was just on a petty street level.
But what I'm trying to tell you
other
is
shit,
the same shit I tell people,
exert
right?
your rights. You protect yourself more.
All this shit go back to what you said. Yo, it's like right now, we get a little nigga, we like, yo, boom, this is a break, boom, boom, boom. Yo, get rid of the break, you already know, hold it down. Mm-hmm. Cool, he did. He get back, he tell. Niggas can't be mad at him. We never taught him how.
Why can't?
Because we didn't teach him how to go through the system.
That's what I'm saying about law enforcement, right? It's not only about just certain police doing corny shit to distract individuals from seeing these positions in a better way. It's also about, like you said, individuals knowing the law, knowing their rights. You see what I'm saying? If you know this shit, you might want to be an officer and you could protect yourself. Protect your community without having to have that criminal.
But you have to
title
teach that. You have to teach
head.
it. You have to teach that first. You have to, with your kids, show you have a relationship with Boston police or wherever you live police. You know what I'm saying? Say it's Easter bumfuck. Like in Easter bumfuck, you and the police is on a eye to eye. Yeah. That is how your kids look at, okay, law enforcement is cool. These is how you use police. But they don't, because we don't think in our subconscious when we be like, oh shit, police. Our kids seen that. He watched that.
Yeah, so
he mimics the same thing.
Exactly. They be like,
oh shit,
if you have to react like that, but you gotta be aware.
But if you
of your surroundings, don't react like that.
How you doing, officer? And you
speak
to them when you're with your kids will do the same thing.
Yeah.
When your kids walk by, how you doing, officer? And just keep it pushing. Why? Because your kids, without even knowing it, would do the same thing, be on name basis with the officers they see every day. But if we don't teach, like, knowing this motherfucker at the school, knowing then how do the kids feel, nah, that's the cool thing to do.
So what's wrong with seeing your peers being in positions, and that's what I'm talking about right there. Yo, bro, to this day, when I ride in the streets, right?
Police is only good when they're policing their own community. So it's like with me, say if I was a police officer and I really come from Dorchester, then I can make these calls to say, damn, what he had on him? 520s? And throw that shit away. I ain't even gonna end this nigga's life like that. They always bring this nigga the fuck home to his mother. See, they make them calls when they come from that community.
But
you know what I'm saying? Because that's when you don't want to hurt your community.
That makes sense.
You want to see everybody flourish.
But I'm not saying for the officers to be lenient like that. I'm not asking for no help.
No, but
you feel? Well, I'm saying if they do, that's cool.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
But think about the future of the community, future of the youth coming up.
That is a part of our officer
to understand that.
No,
like yo, you don't just take them and fuck his life up.
But how
help him come up out of that shit?
How if the officer that is in Dorchester is from New Hampshire?
Oh yeah, I agree with that. That's what I'm saying
went through. So it has to be one of us to say, but he was in there with no license. Hey yo, pull this shit over. Call somebody, come get this shit. Yo, boom, boom, boom. Don't let me see you no more tonight spinning. And I done had police that was in our community, just that little Dorchester area that was like that. They knew the little niggas that was, yo man, listen, get y'all little ass the fuck out of here. Good times they could have been, yo, take them niggas in.
I didn't say they didn't exist.
No, but
more of that,
because
or people
the only reason it was from the community,
it would be way better. Communication, it won't be so much.
But how if we're not telling the shorties, yo, you could be Jay?
Why not though? Why tell me why we can't tell our youth that that's another occupation to take on to be able to help your community, or you know what I mean, cultivate and contribute to your community.
Yo, a lot of shit, and that's what I'm saying, because before any of this shit could happen, a lot of shit.
Telling that bro was outside.
A lot of shit in the community has to die. Like all the snitching shit, like so much shit that is put around police have to die in order for niggas to feel, yo, I can be a Jake, or yo, I can do that job, and it don't mean I'm against my community. I'm here trying to help my community.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But that is like,
because you got them racist motherfuckers that coming in. Listen, I didn't see
my little cousin just became a
let me finish, bro. I had there's some individuals who's prejudiced come around and just do some sucker shit like it's been happening around the world, around the United States, right? Do some sucker shit, and you got these other officers, right, who are not prejudiced, same complexion, sit there and fucking watch.
Prejudice is.
You mean to tell me you became an officer to let some sucker shit go down?
Yo, prejudice.
Get the fuck out of here. What the fuck you an officer for? Get the fuck out the way.
Prejudice is only once you know something. If you don't know something, you're not